Hello everyone, welcome to Sweet Tomato Vine Homestead. I'm Linda. Today I am back in the garden with my harvest basket to do a little harvesting, y'all, so let's get started. First thing I'm going to be harvesting today is the okra. Now this is the Star David okra that I'm harvesting. Got a big watermelon that got right here in the way. It is huge. It is not ready to harvest yet, I don't think. We're looking to find that tendril. Someone asked me about how, that was Marlene from Marlene's Home and Garden, asked me, how do you tell when your watermelons are ready to harvest? Well, there's that thump, Marlene. You can thump it and you can hear that hollow thump that tells when it's ready. But you off stem end of it and find the first tendril. And if that first tendril is brown, then that is a sign of ripeness. Then you also want to turn your melon over. You want to roll it over and look at the area that is laying on the ground. And that area that's laying on the ground should not still be white, but a yellow or a tan color, and that is another signification that it is a ripe melon. So those are the things that you look for when checking to see if your melons are ripe. And it's best to go ahead and make sure that you keep a check on them, because if you do not keep a check on those melons, the critters will let you know when they're ready, because they will start eating them. They usually don't eat the ones that are not ripe, but they get those nice ripe melons. And I see a melon that has been eaten out of over here. So now I know that the game has begun, because this is the first melon that I have noticed that has been eaten on. And it's because I have not been out here very much these last few days, because as I told you all in my previous video, I've been keeping my great-granddaughter, and I have been very, very busy. You have to keep a close eye on children, especially when they are very small. And so these are some small children, but I'm going to show you a melon that has been eaten out of. And I have about 17 melons that we counted that we're probably going to harvest. I'm not going to harvest all of them on video today, but I will be harvesting some. Okay, so this is the melon I was telling you that is right in my way. So it's not ready yet. This one can get much larger. This one will get much larger than this. But the one that I told you has been eaten out of, and there are two. Okay, there are two. There's one right there, and there's one that has been eaten right over there beside it. And then we got a little one right here. But this is how you can tell that they're beginning to ripen. This one right here was not ripe, because this is one of those orange melons. And I have not tried this one yet, but I see I have some cantaloupe over there also. So I gotta keep an eye on this garden. But I can tell the critters have been out here eating. So I'm mad now, but I'm gonna be all right, because this is gonna just make me watch this area more closer. And this area right here, we do not have it. We don't have it fenced off like the other garden is with the melons we've been harvesting. So we just have to keep a closer eye on this garden over here. Okay, I got some squashes over here I can harvest. They looking like they may be a little overdue. Go ahead and get these. Okay, I got one big patty pan squash down here. Y'all came out here so fast, I left my shovel. Got more melons over here. Okay, more melons that they've been feasting on over here. Okay, this one of those black diamond watermelons right here. I'm gonna see if I can get a close-up on it, find the stem, then find the tendril. Okay, so y'all can see, here is the stem, here is the first tendril. You see it's dried up. Turn the melon over, it's got that tan, dark tan on it. This melon is not as big as it could be. Don't sound that hollow either. But I'm not leaving it out here since I've got 2 out of 3. Uh-oh, y'all done tore my basket up. Okay, y'all, it's one of these days. Okay, I said it's gonna be one of these days. I done tore my basket up. Okay, so we're gonna take this black diamond melon, these squash, and this okra, and we're gonna put this up, and then we're going to the other garden, and we're gonna get my melons, because I'm not playing with these critters out here this season. We're gonna get the rest of my melons that are in the other garden before they go over there and start eating. Then I see I have some more melons I'll come back over here and get, because you can see the color on that one is looking really good. Then we got some Cushao squash over here. So, y'all, it's getting to the end of the season for some of this stuff. Some of these plants are looking bad, and that's why I'm going to be dropping some more squash seeds. Because I don't have any more zucchini out here. But the squash bugs have not really did bad this season over here in this garden. So I'm going to plant some more squash. I'm planting some. I got a small harvest on the zucchini and no harvest on the honey roasted. So I'm going to be dropping some more of those seeds. Okay, some of the other okras that I planted are ready though. This is the jambalaya okra. And you see how small these plants are, and they already have started bearing. I was not expecting these plants to have any okra on them because these plants are so small. And they have already started bearing okra, and the okra have gotten hard on them. And everything, it seems like it's going to happen this week. But y'all, that's the way things are. So you just have to be, big beak go away. You have to be prepared. You have to try to prepare yourself to make sure that you are ready when your plants start bearing. Okay, there's a nice size watermelon in there also. Jambalaya are some very delicious okras also. And so I am going to get these off of the pod. I really need to go and get my snips for these. So like I said, y'all, these have caught me completely off guard. Okay, I'm back over here where my cucumbers are. I'm gonna harvest some of these cucumbers. And y'all, I just got distracted by a cow killer ant. So y'all do your research to see what a cow killer ant looks like, because I'm sure some of you have probably seen a cow killer ant in your garden. And it's something that if you see it, you need to know what it is, because it can cause a lot of pain if you are stung by one. So just go ahead and do your research to see what they look like. So in case you see one in your garden, you will be able to recognize it and stay away from it. I was gonna try to get it on camera, but it was moving away from me, so I decided to move away from it. So I know where it's at though. It went into my potato bag. Not happy about that. So I'll just remember when I get ready to harvest those potatoes that a cow killer ant had went inside of it, inside the bag. And y'all, these cucumbers are beginning to look misshapen. So that's one of the things I was telling you all that I had been looking for in my cukes, is that when they start to be misshapen like this, or when you see a lot of them that have not been pollinated, like these ones right here, they did not get pollinated. That lets you know your plant is getting weak and that it is time for you to start succession planting some more cucumbers. If you still have time to grow cucumbers in your season, then it's time to go ahead and plant some more. I'm going to leave this one on till tomorrow. I come back out here and get it. hopefully I'll come back out here and get it tomorrow. Because like I told you, I've been so busy. It's just like I have to kind of play it by ear right now of when I can come out and get some things done. So maybe in about another week, I will be able to come back out and give my garden the TLC that it is so much needed right now. And then maybe by that time, these temperatures will be at a better place. Hopefully, there's no guarantee on that because y'all know it's going to be getting hotter in the upcoming weeks. So we'll just have to, do the best that we can as far as the weather is concerned. But I do see that I have some of these little eggplants right here that I can harvest. And thank you to the person who told me that a good thing to do with those, I asked about what was a good thing to do with the purple tomatillos. Someone said to go ahead and roast them and make some salsa. And so that's a good idea. Thank you for that. Thank you for that suggestion. Something has been eating on one of these eggplants. These are something else that I really don't know what to do with. They were, these seeds were gifted to me, but I cooked them and I just kind of used them as some fillers. I roasted them and ate them, and I'm kind of using them as fillers in like, you can use them as fillers in pastas and as in your sauces. I'm getting closer to the place where the cow killer ant went. Those are the potato bags right there, and the cow killer ant went into one of those bags, and they are red and black. If you all have never seen it, they're red, black, and fuzzy looking ants, and they are huge. So while we know the garden is a lot of fun, we do still have to pay attention to what is going on in our garden and be careful around these little critters. Okay, so these are some eggplants. I'm going ahead and harvest. I'm going ahead and harvest these. Another sign of the ripeness of your melons is going to be the darkness in color. But all varieties will not be dark. Like the Charleston gray, it will not get dark. It has a light greenish gray color. Now this one, I'm not sure which variety it is. It's not very dark either, but I just went by the tendril, and the tendril was dark, and then you can hear the thump. So there is a thump on this, and so I'm going to go ahead and harvest them. And it's just, I don't want to harvest them before they are ripe, but I don't want to leave them out here if they're ripe and let the critters get them either. So it's just a time that it's they've been out here long enough to be ripe, to be ready. So I just want to go ahead and get as many as I possibly can. And some I'm going to be like basically taking my chances with. Now the smaller ones that I know are not ripe, I will be leaving those. Stem that you're basing the ripeness on, it is the tendril. So the stem may still look green, but that closest tendril, and that's that little curly thing that's next. That's that little curly part that's next to the stem. That's what you're basing it on. Okay, so far we got about 5 out so far. We're gonna just see what else we can see. And someone told me that I should leave a flag in the areas where I saw the melon so I wouldn't have to go back and look. That's a very good idea. I was not able to do that because everything was already so jumbled. And the only time I'm actually coming out is when I'm actually harvesting these melons. And so that is a good idea for later reference. Put a flag in it wherever you see the melon, so then you know where the melon is and you just go straight to that melon instead of having to walk all through the patch looking. Now, I'm not out here by myself. I got some help. Yeah, this one's shaped a little off, but it's gonna be all right. So we got some more to get. I'm gonna go ahead and take these out of the garden because as you can see, I don't have any more room to put any more in this wheelbarrow. There's something to wind in my boot, y'all. Something bite me. Okay, I'll be back. Here we got 4 right here in this wheelbarrow and 4 more on this table, and we're about to go back in. Okay, you got 2 nice sized ones in here. I can't really see the tenders on. I can't see the tenders on this one, but this one right here, I'm gonna go ahead and harvest it. Okay, y'all, this is my harvest for today. This basket back here has some Star of David okra and some squash. This basket has some jambalaya okra and some eggplant and cucumbers. And then I have 16 different varieties of watermelon. So I hope you have enjoyed this video today and that you'll give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell to be notified when I upload a new video. And as always, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.